I don't know why it changed or how it changed, but it changed. Why does it want to zoom in so much? Hold on. For some reason, my camera's zooming in. I don't know how to fix that. 1 second. There we go. I think that's better. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. What's up? What's up? Whoa. All right, let's jump in it. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me get the chat pulled up a little closer to me. All right. Let me get my chat pulled up, guys, and we'll get started. Ooh. Laptop was dead. I had to plug it in, so we're gonna see how we feel tonight, though. I feel pretty good at the moment. I don't feel as high energy as I did on Monday, but I feel higher energy today than I felt yesterday. Does that make sense? It should, because that makes sense. But essentially, today's a good day, is what I'm trying to say. It's gonna be a good day. We've got our Fairlife, we've got our stream, and we've got 45-pound plates behind us. You know, nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong. All right, here we go. We've got chat pulled up. All right, we're ready to go. Let's get warmed up. Kind of, Alex, yes. Today's gonna be a good day. I can feel it. Today's gonna be a good day. I can feel it. I'm gonna set up a super chat goal. Hold on. All the colors. 3 hours. What's our challenge gonna be tonight? We'll do. Did we do push-ups last night, guys? We didn't. Let's do a push-up challenge. Push-up challenge. 100 clap. Or do 77. I like number 77. Clap. Push-ups. And stream burnout. All right. There we go. That's a good. Why? You know, let me start. An error occurred. We'll work on that. We'll get that fixed in a second. All right, let's add some more weight. All right. Fly out a fan to bench with me. That sounds like a very intensive endeavor at the moment. I would probably have one closer by, more than likely. I know of at least a few people that watch this stream on a regular basis that live within a few hours of where I'm currently at. So I would probably go that route if I was going to do that. What's up, Sandy? What's up, Bryn? All right, let's get warmed up, guys. How you doing tonight, Bryn? How you doing? Nah, we do legs every day. We do legs every day. Oh, I'm sure Mark's on his way in here. Yeah. So this week, Bryn, we're going to be streaming later in the day. The reason why we're streaming later at night is because I'm going on a vacation this weekend, a 3-day vacation, like a little weekend trip, and doing a lot of prep work during the day for that because I've got a lot of animals and things, so I've got to set up for sitters and everything else, right? People to come out and work with the animals while we're gone for the weekend. So it's there's a lot of prep work. There's a lot of prep work. But I'm doing good. How you doing, Eddie? All right, let's grab this 315. Just a little warm up work. We usually do 1 or 2 vacations a year. This is just one of the 2. So Moss was here last night very briefly. We've been streaming later, and I don't know if that messes with that conflicts with Moss's schedule. I'm not sure. So. Ugh. All right, let's add some more weight. It just depends, Alex. So these next couple of reps, these next couple of singles, Alex, will determine what we do. So the issue, Alex, lies in if we go for 370 today, then we're probably spent for the week on PR attempts. So our next PR attempt for the week has to count. You know what I'm saying? Has to count. I feel pretty good, Alex, but I'm not 100% woken up yet. I feel not quite as good as Monday. But that doesn't mean we're not going to go for it. That just means we need to figure out if we're there tonight or not. So, yeah. We're going to keep climbing. We're going to figure it out. There's strategy to this, all right? There's strategy to this. Yeah, we're going to lift it. What's up, El? All right. All right, let's grab it. Uh, 335 is what we have on here right now. There's Mark. Well, we're still warming up. We're not at the heavy stuff yet. We'll get to the heavy stuff at some point tonight, sure. Let me back it up because we're gonna have I want you guys to be able to see everything that's on there. It's kind of hard to see the side plates once we get to a certain number. So, all right, let's add another 10. Let's add another 10 pounds. This little plate sits under here is moving. Don't want that. Ugh. We're not really hitting the wall, Michael. We just had a very busy, really a very busy month. Family coming in and out of town, a lot of events happening. Just very, very energy high. A lot of energy being spent outside the gym currently, but I don't miss a workout. So even when our energy levels aren't super high, I'm still going to be in here benching up to 90, 95%. And then when we have those good energy days, so when we hit our PRs. But I do also think we threw ourselves off a little bit by going to that other gym and trying those other machines out. They're great, don't get me wrong, but they definitely threw us off track for just a minute. So, ugh. Don't need a spotter for this, Edward. Whoa. I'm gonna be okay, vlog. I'm gonna be okay. Vlog, I'm pretty sure you've been here a few times. You're aware. You're very aware, I feel like. I have my own strength program. All right, what do we have on here? Is it 335? This might be 335. I don't know. Yeah, I think this is 335, guys. Yeah, easy work, easy work. What's up, Cole? Do I drink milk? Yes, I've got a whole 1.5 liters of milk that I drink during my workout every day. I weigh about 180 at the moment. All right. Let's make a small jump. Let's make a small jump, guys. And then we'll talk about a big jump after that. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Let's find out how we feel. This is where we start actually moving numbers that, might fight back. So this will be 340. 340 on this next one. I am 5'11". Yes, I am natty. Yes, I am natty. Hey, the J Raff's here. Look at that. Powerlifter. All right. Let's grab it. All right, we got 340. We're gonna grab this for a quick one. Ugh. We're doing bench singles currently. Some bench singles. No smelling salt, Johan. We're gonna have days with less energy. It is what it is. I appreciate it. Yes, my competition videos are on the channel. So I'm 5'11", I'm 180 pounds. I have like a 12, like almost 1,300 pounds total. It's like 1,240 or something like that. Originally set at 175 pounds, so about 5 pounds lighter when I set that total initially. My day was great, Mark. How was yours? 365. Yeah, it's a public gym. So my sleep isn't as good right now, guys. The sleep isn't as good right now is why we're a little low energy today. But I knew it wasn't going to be as good this week, last week. I knew it was going to be a problem. So I'm prepped for it. Seasonally, I get very busy. So like once in a blue moon, my schedule gets very, very hectic. Between like trips and family coming into town and then work. So I'll say that one thing that I do from time to time, I used to get in and I have like one day in the middle of the week that I bench super early, so we might throw that in this week, maybe Thursday or Friday. We'll come in here for like a 3 o'clock. Whenever it's kind of slow during the middle of the day, come in for like a 3 o'clock bench session. My energy levels are way higher at that time of day, so way higher. But I knew I was sluggish today. I knew it all day. I knew I was going to have a sluggish day all day. So I was very aware of how it was going to go down. All right.
Yes.
6 plates, yeah. That's not bad at all, Alex. It's not bad at all. All right, we've got, let's count it up. 315, 325, 35, 40, 45, 345 on here right now. How long have I been up? I usually sleep, Michael, my ideal schedule is 8 to 9 hours of sleep. I've been getting about 6 recently, for about the past 3 weeks. So about the past 3 weeks, I've been getting about 6 hours of sleep a night. So it's definitely about a 3 hours less on average right now. So I know why I'm sluggish, but there's not a lot I can do about it for the next week. For about the next week, it's going to be like this. So after that, smooth sailing. I have nothing else planned all summer that I can think of. So yeah, it is what it is though, Alex. You got a bench. The bench don't wait for nobody. You know what I'm saying? All right. The bench don't wait for nobody. But I don't feel tired, I just feel sluggish. Does that make sense? I can tell my energy levels are lower, but I don't feel like mentally tired. I'm mentally 100% and I feel strong, but we do pause reps on occasion, Joseph. We do them about, really, we do them almost every night just for a couple reps, usually towards the end. All right. What's up, Shady? My bench schedule is very different, guys. My bench schedule is very different. We do legs every day, vlog. My bench schedule is 6 days a week heavy. 6 days a week heavy. So here's the question. Do we go back to, I think I'm gonna go back to 350. We'll go down to 320. We'll go to 320, a little heavier than last night, and we'll do a couple of reps. Maybe try and get some extra sleep later tonight. See if I can be fresh for tomorrow. But I'm gonna go to 320. Just some light work, Like I said, after this week coming up, I'll be back up and running 100%. I feel the effects of the additional stuff going on. So I definitely do. Michelle is like a super hater. They came back again tonight. No Shady. This is a public gym. This is the gym's bench. All right, hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, there you go. They're in the gulag. That easy. All right, we don't got time for them tonight. No Jack 3D here. I understand it, Shady. The thing though, Shady, is they come in every night. They were like going in last night, like message after message after message after message. It was crazy work. I could definitely take 100 gorillas. Yes. I'll tell you what. When I get the collab request from Larry Wheels, I will make sure that it's my #1 priority to get it done. All right. I'll keep an eye out in the Gmail. All right, let me grab this. What do we have on here? Did I move the weights? Yeah, 320. Just some lightweight work, guys. Just some lightweight work. Some pause reps. We're gonna do three pause Larson. I don't know what we're doing. We're gonna do 3 reps of something. I don't use the sauna. I'm not a big fan of saunas. I'm gonna be honest. They're not. I mean, I guess they're comfortable. They feel good, but it's not my thing. I live in South Carolina. Every time I walk in and out of a building, I'm in a sauna, right? I don't need a separate sauna. I can step outside right now and get the same effect for free. For free, all right? All right, let's grab it again. What did we have for dinner? I did a lean turkey, homemade, organic mac and cheese. Cheddar cheese, obviously. I made the cheese sauce, organic noodles, nice lean turkey. It's delicious. What's going on now? All right, let's grab this. I don't watch the NFL now. Yeah, I don't watch the NFL. I wholeheartedly believe the NFL is scripted at this point. Anybody else on that same boat with me? Anybody else on that same boat with me? Hold on, guys. I gotta do one thing real quick. I gotta set up our goal. We were gonna do you said we're gonna do push-up challenge, right? All right, there's our push-up challenge. 3 for 1. We're gonna go 3 for 1. I feel like that's usually fun. 3 for 1 is usually a fun time. We usually get up to like 100. So 100 push-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 push-ups. I think we've got all the way up to like 250 or 280 one time. All right. All right, let's grab it. One more rep here, guys. One more rep here. I'm gonna try and get better sleep tonight, guys. I'm gonna try and get better sleep tonight. Promise. Appreciate it, appreciate it. That'd be a lot of push-ups, Cowboy. That'd be a lot of push-ups. I appreciate it, Shady. Shady kicking it off with the first super chat of the night. That's 3 push-ups added to the total. I will hit every push-up. We have never missed. I appreciate it, Shady. I appreciate the donation. We do them all at the end of the stream, all at once. So it's a true test. It's a true test. So whatever we have, if we have $100 in super chats, we do 300 push-ups. That's the all at once, all at once. Maybe not one set. All right. I'm not guaranteeing one set. All right. Yeah, I do them at the end all together, all together. So otherwise it's too easy. Otherwise, it's too easy. If I do them periodically throughout the stream, you guys won't get to see me suffer. If you guys want me to do it as you guys do super chats, I'm more than happy. It'll save me a lot of pain and suffering. But all right, let's grab it again. Yep, let's go. I'm the good old 30. I'm 30. I am 30 whole years old. Like a good 30 though, guys, like a good 30. We mix them up, Shady. So we'll do some clap push-ups. We'll do some one-arm push-ups. We'll do some Sphinx push-ups. We do a variety. We do a variety. Depending on how many we have to do, obviously. So I am natural. I am natural. We got some curls to do, guys. I don't think we've done any preacher curls this week yet. So we're gonna hit some preacher curls. We'll start with a buck 30. Buck 30 for the first set. That should be a decent angle, right? Yeah, I am natural. I'm natural. How much milk have I had today? A lot. That's the answer. All right. We got 130 on the machine to kick off for these. So 130. Let's go. Yep. Whee! 130. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. All right. We're going to go 165 for the second set, guys. 165 for the second round. Incline barbell. I don't do a lot of incline barbell. I do some incline dumbbell from time to time, but the heaviest dumbbells we have here are 100, and we get those for 7. So we probably could get more, but 7 is the most we do. 7 is the max on our sets. We don't do anything over 7. Anything after 7 is cardio work. I don't do any incline barbell though. Only flat barbell. Or overhead. I do, shoulders with barbell. But all right, let's grab this. This is 165. We're gonna go 3 to 7 reps here. A 7 by 7 with 100 pounders. We would be smoked, Bryn. See, that's why Bryn is my coach, right? That's why Bryn is my coach, all right? That's why Bryn is my coach. I don't know, Mark. That position's already been taken. I'm sorry to tell you. Collecting all the lactic acid for the week. That was 7 reps, Ethan. 7. All right. Let's go full brick. 210 full brick. So. I'm pretty sure Mark has pretty sure he said it was 8 children. Pretty sure Mark said he had 8 children. The oldest one is 3. So he had 8 children within 3 years is what I remember. I'm pretty sure this is true. That's Mark's cannon. That's Mark's cannon right there. All right, we got full brick here, guys. I'm okay, Donald. I'm okay. Thank you, though. Not looking for advice at the moment. I'll let you know, though. Keep you posted. There's a lot of kids. There's someone on my wife's side of the family that, like, her great-great-grandmother or something like that had 20 kids or something like that. Yeah, isn't it, though? So, awesome, though, I guess. Big family, right? If you can handle it. All right, let's grab this. We're gonna grab one more single there. That's the full break, guys. Ooh, it felt good. Felt good.
All right, man.
Look at what.
Holding the rope.
That you know about, Alex. That's the trick, right? That you know about. You'll find out. Give it a couple of years. One will show up. Give it a couple of years, Alex. One will pop up somewhere. Ugh. Lord. Yeah, full body is a different beast, isn't it, Pope? Full body is a different beast. We got one more single here, guys. We got one more single here. I'm okay, Donald. Did I offend you with my not wanting your advice earlier? I do one rep of a lot of things, One rep is actually very, very, very useful when it comes to building strength and size. Everybody's a coach nowadays. Everybody's a coach nowadays, right? Everybody's a coach. Young, so this is the heaviest the machine goes. It doesn't go any heavier than the 210, all right? It doesn't go any heavier than the 210. Oh, don't know what you want me to do about that. Appreciate it, Young. Whew. One more single here, guys. One more single. Those are getting easier. The stack has always fought us on this machine. Usually one rep at the top of the block, we're good, but I feel like we can get a third single here without any issue. So I would slap a plate on here, yes. But the problem is that the actual like supporting beam sits right at the base of the block underneath the thing. I've done that in the past with other machines where I slap the plate on the actual the selector, but the pin. All right, let's grab this. The machine will explode, that's what it is. I have broken 2 or 3 pins ever, like the actual selector pins, by putting plates on them. You gotta be very careful, okay? There's been a few pins that were broken. Luckily, I didn't have to replace them. The gym was more than happy to do it. So, all right. I haven't done that here. All right, one more single here, guys. Full brick, 210. Let's grab it. Woo-wee! Ah, that one was the easiest of the 3 singles. That was the easiest single of the night. That was the easiest full brick single of the night. Felt pretty good. Felt pretty good. I've seen cables snap. Yes, cable snapping is not a fun time. Not a fun time. We're gonna do standing tonight, I think, guys. So standing barbell press tonight. Why are we doing standing barbell press, Chris? Why are we doing that? Because I want to. That's why. No. I've been training for. Oh, that's Bryn asking Mark. Okay. So the worst cable snap injury I've ever been witness-esque to. I was witness to the aftermath of it when they came up to the desk. They were curling. I believe it was curling or doing a low row. I'm not sure, like a bent over row, but they were moving it towards their upper torso, and the cable snapped, and they smacked themselves in the face with the bar. So. Smack themselves in the face with the bar. Doesn't feel good. I can guarantee it. Yeah. But you know, anytime you're working with cable equipment, there's that risk. There's that risk. I'll tell you what happens more often, right? What happens more often that no one talks about is bands, right? So, I see more band injuries than I see plate injuries, and I see dumbbell or free weight injuries. In fact, so there was a point. So there was a point, right, where it was me and a buddy of mine. This is when I was working at Move Fitness. I've talked about that before. When I was coaching there, and you know the big. Like the resistance bands, the big rubber bands, right? One of them was broken, right? One of them was broken, so it was one long band, right? And so I told him, this was my idea, 100% my idea. I want to get that across right now, right? It's 100% my idea, not his fault at all, 0%. So I decided that I wanted to know how far a resistance band could stretch if we walked it across the gym, right? So I grabbed one end, he grabbed the other, and we walked away from each other, right? He went back into the offices essentially, and I went to the front desk. And I'm talking about, I mean, like Walmart parking lot distance, right? Like this was a very long distance. So, well, Alex, it went fine. It went fine. Where things went wrong, I don't know what's happening. No, it didn't snap, Michael. It didn't snap, right? Where things went wrong is when I was like, hey, I wonder if we can both let go of this band at the same time and it'll just stop all momentum in the middle, right? Like it'll meet with the same momentum in the middle and just stop, right? And he's like, that's a terrible idea. We shouldn't let go of this. And I was like, no, it'll be fine. We're just gonna let go and it'll stop in the middle, right? Thinking our coordination was way better than it was. So at that point, I was vaguely concerned. Yes, I've already benched. I was vaguely concerned that I was going to end up snapping him with the band, and I didn't want to do that, right? Because it was my idea. So I let go like a split second too slow, trying to not hit him with the band, and it came back, and I mean, right in like the neck, chest area. I had a big old red mark. It snapped me. I'm lucky it didn't snap me in the eye, to be honest. But my idea, my fault, not his fault at all. But I can tell you right now, did it hurt? Not as much as I thought it would, to be honest, but it did hurt. It did hurt. Not as much as I thought it would. But it's for science, you know? We wouldn't know if I hadn't tested it, right? That's how science is done. That's how science is done. No, my wrists don't hurt. Exactly. That's what builds character. It builds character, right? All right. Yeah, we're going to start with 135. Some little light warm up. Felt good. We have a few different plates. These are Hamptons for here. All right. These are like the deep dish Hampton plates. Well, someone has to do it, right? Someone has to learn, right? All right, we got 155 on here. We're gonna grab it, keep warming up. Yep. Oh, felt good. I am going to move the safeties up real quick, though. Too high. I'm gonna do that. All right. That's more weight. This gym is 24 hours, yes. The other gym does close at midnight. It does have cool machines, Alex. So there's two things about the other gym. They're closing at midnight, and it's my fault, but I have a tendency to overdo it because there's so many fun things to play with. But so that did hamper us a little bit. I think that's also why I was so low energy for even now. I think I spent a lot of time playing with new machines and not focusing, but they were fun, and it's okay, right? We were still doing what we needed to do. We just were doing more. Do I try sumo? What, sumo deadlift? I have sumoed in the past. I prefer conventional. I'm not a big fan of sumo. But it is competition legal, so not much I can do about it. If they'd eliminate sumo from competitions, there would be I think powerlifting would be a much more enjoyable sport to watch, in my opinion. I think that sumo and powerlifting is one of the reasons why people ignore it so much. Yeah, 75, 175. I need new shirts soon. They are getting a little tight, right? They are getting a little tight, the shirts. So what I do, David, is every couple of weeks, I add an extra stitch to the sleeves so it looks like my arms are getting bigger. That's the best way to do it. The shirt's maxed out. All right. We've got 190 on here, I think. 195, something like that. 185. Usually about a gallon to a gallon and a half battle. Extra medium. Got to keep the extra medium shirt on hand, all right? Extra medium. I do at this point comfortably wear large or an extra large, which is new for me. Extra large. The fact that extra large is even comfortable fit-wise, it's crazy work. So, mind you guys, I came from a very different place for most. I came from being very, very small, like 117 pounds at 5'11". So. All right, we got 185 on here. We're gonna grab this for and rep, maybe a little push. I don't know. We'll find out here in a second, won't we? All right. Yep. Let's go. Whee! No, not for reps. We're going up singles. We already did reps. We're going up singles now. Our first 2 sets were reps. I'll still say to this day, the craziest deadlift I've ever seen that wasn't Eddie Hall's deadlift, okay, as far as like crazy work, right, was the skateboard guy. Have you guys seen the skateboard guy? I have no idea, Battle. I'm natural, so they're natural levels, whatever natural. So there's a guy, look up skateboard deadlift, all right? The guy does a kick flip and then deadlifts like 550 on the skateboard. If you look up skateboard deadlifter or skateboard deadlift, the guy like rolls in on a skateboard, hits a kick flip. On the skateboard, you see the skateboard moving back and forth. He hits 550 at a deficit. I haven't tried it, Cowboy. The craziest thing I've ever personally done with a deadlift, and I'll revisit it because I've done it once. I've done it one time. It was a light deadlift. It was like 315, right? But I had 135 squat on my back. So a combined like 450 with the bars and the plates and everything. So I had 135 on my back and 315 on the deadlift with a strap. And I did single arm sumo with the bar on my back. It was just something we were trying at the other gym, like a challenge. Very, very awkward to do, but it was fun. So very, very awkward to do, but it was fun. Another 5 and another 5. I've definitely had to do things along those lines, Kevin. Sometimes you got to carry friends back to the car, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to carry friends back to the car. Friends, family members, it just depends. It just depends. Is it 195? 35, 55, 75. Yeah, 195, 195. 195. That's all the math I'm doing for the night. What is wrong with my plates, David? What's wrong with my plates? Oh. 195, 195. All right, let's see. We might have a little push here. We're gonna find out. We haven't had to have a big push yet, but we will once we start hitting push press numbers. We'll start talking about doing reps again. But we'll see. Another single at the moment. 195 moving pretty smooth. No problems with that. What do you mean? What's wrong with them? They're just plates. No, Braylon. Not yet. 225 now. Very real weights, Juan. Very real weights. I don't have 35s. Actually, you know what? I have the big rubber plates somewhere. There's 2 rubber plates in here that weigh 35, but I'm not using those. My elbow's fine. Curl it? Yeah, we'll get there. Oh, there we go. Well, we're gonna find out, right? I mean, it's either gonna move or not. Like, so that's one of the reasons we work out at night, guys. So if you guys aren't aware, this is a secret. I'm gonna tell you all a secret. Pretty much only coaches know about this. All right. So you guys, all of y'all are about to get in on a secret. So give me a like, because not everybody gets to know this information, right? So here's the secret. Working out at night, right? Gravity's asleep and everything's just a little bit lighter. And that's how the coaches get so far ahead of everybody else. We only work out at night. It's great. It's great. Sneaking up on gravity. That's what we're doing. All right. All right, let's grab it. All right, we're probably going to push press a good little bit on this. We're about to find out, right? Yep. Woo-wee! Let's go. My jokes are great, David. That's why. $275. $275. Top tier form. Top tier form. Top tier form. $375. We're making big jumps now. 100 push-ups is easy work. We have a push-up goal going, guys. If you guys want to see me do 100 push-ups, we have a push-up goal going. Check the pinned comment. 3 push-ups for every $1 super chatted. We do this like once or twice a week. We've done as many as 300 in the night. We've actually done 2,000 push-ups in a night, but with the challenges, we've done like 300 or 400. So
Yeah, it's called a push press. That's absolutely not. That's a terrible idea. It's called a push press. It's a type of press. Ugh. I've only done 21 per arm, one arm push-ups. I will tell you guys what, we will do some one arm push-ups in the push-up goal. In the push-up goal. We will have some one arm push-ups involved, some clap, some sphinx, some archers, some clap push-ups. So, because it's not what I want to do, Juan. It's strength. We're gonna add just a little bit of weight. 230. Ugh. Are we close to PR level? I think the most we've ever push pressed, 245. I want to say it was 245. But this is definitely close to PR level. This is 230. So I feel like I have a lot of energy now. Maybe, hear me out. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I might curl before I bench. Might curl before I bench. That might be the play. Maybe row. Maybe I row before I bench tomorrow. Just not like super heavy. We're still going to do our normal rows or our normal curls, but like one set just to get the blood flowing. Maybe I need to get the blood flowing a little bit more tomorrow. Put 250 on. We're working up. We're working up. Don't worry. All right, everything's on screen here. All right, we're on screen, right? Yeah, there we go. Got to make sure the whole green screen's caught in the the whole green screen's in the shot. You know. 7 plates on the T-bar row. All right. Ooh. Nope, I think I've spent it. That's it. 225 is it for tonight. Woo-wee! Yeah, my shoulders are spent, guys. Maybe we hadn't done 225 first. I spent a ton of energy. I felt that in my soul. I felt that in my soul. I probably did. It was probably mental. All right. We're going to go for it one more time. Why not? We do legs every night. What am I proving wrong? I didn't see David's comment. Just suspend the laws of physics. I didn't see David's comment. What did he say? He was calling for 250. All right. Just going to space. Just need to take a space shuttle up. That's what I got to do, right, guys? All right. Give me like, let me get a proper rest. Let me get a proper rest. I jumped into it a little too quick. No, so I'm not going to use more leg drive than I'm already using. There's a certain amount of leg drive that's acceptable. So certain amount of leg drive that's acceptable use, you know what I'm saying? At some point, you're driving a little too far. Just push with my stomach. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. All right, let me grab some of my milk, and then we'll grab another round of that. And 5'11", Angel. We just needed more rest time. That's all it was. I'm rushing things. I need to not rush things. 225 moved super easy. The weight's not gonna not move. I just need to do it right. I need to take my time. That's okay. Okay, what is your name? Asiata. What's your bench? What's your bench, Asiata? And look up push press. Look up push press. You can look it up. It's like publicly available information. What's your bench, Asiata? I need it in freedom units though, because I don't do kilos. Yeah, I'm going in. I'm moving people out. Don't worry. I'm moving people out. Don't worry. Boom, gone, just like that. That easy. You're not okay. So why are you commenting? Why are you commenting? You're not a heavy lifter. That's your answer? Is that your answer? That's crazy work. It's crazy work. You're giving advice on powerlifting and you don't powerlift. Why are we talking? Make it make sense. Make it make sense, right? Make it make sense to me. No, it's all about heavyweight, Asiata. I'm powerlifting. Powerlifting. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You can have perfect form for 10 years if you want. But when your lifts are the same and everything stayed the same, come back, watch the stream again, and maybe incorporate some of the stuff I'm doing. I don't know. Well, that's okay. That's okay. It's just angling, David. It's just angling. So there's different overhead press techniques. You have push press, you have strict military, but everything's exactly where I need it. Everything's exactly where I need it, I assure you. Asiata, I'm doing okay. Yeah, let's go. Just needed more rest time is all it was, like I said. 225 for what? Bench? Bench? Like I said, David, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I know, David. I know. 225 for bench. Is that what you're talking about, repping? 225 is my bench warm-up. It's my bench warm-up. Don't come in here with all that unless you know what you're talking about, and number two, you have receipts. Like, I need both of those things. Both of those things. Congrats. Congrats. I benched 365. That's my PR currently, Asiata. What's your PR? at 180 pounds. That's my body weight. That's the next question. 5'11", 30 years old. Those are all my stats. There you go. All right, we're gonna go. Let's drop it. Let's drop it down. That was 230. That was 230. So Asiata, don't come in the chat giving weightlifting advice if you're not a weightlifter, or if you're not a powerlifter. Don't give powerlifting advice on how powerlifters should lift if you're not a powerlifter, or if you have no clue what you're talking about, at least. It just blows my mind sometimes. It just blows my mind sometimes. I'm not upset at them. I just want them to understand what they're doing wrong. More than likely, Asiata is very young. That's what I'm gonna say. They're probably very young. They're probably very young. It's usually it's usually people that are very young, that are new to weightlifting, that want to give all of the advice. You don't usually see it from like seasoned lifters, because they understand the intricacies. So yeah. So if you're not lifting the same weight, or at least close, you're probably not the one to give advice. I'm not saying that's a universal rule, but it does stand pretty true for most cases. Most cases. Obviously, there's exceptions to that rule. So. Well, Asiata, I would classify you as, 225 for reps is great. I would say that's like intermediate lifting for most people. Maybe you should incorporate some push presses. It might take you to the next step. Yeah, I'm still looking for that beginner that overhead that the push press is 225 or 230. All right. You guys find that guy for me, because he needs a sponsor, and I will coach him for free. If you can find someone that's been lifting less than a year, and push presses 225, right? Not even 230 or 240 or 245, but push presses 225 in their first year, I will coach them 100% free. 100% free. Because they're going to make me famous, extraordinarily famous, when they go and win every single thing they ever do. That's solid. That's solid work. I think Asiata, you just got in a little bit over your head on the conversation, and you can draw it back, and that's fine. I didn't ban you from the chat because you didn't say anything extraordinarily rude or anything, but you just need to draw it back a little bit and realize that things might not be the way you think they are. And that's okay. It happens. I wish you the best. Yeah, never skip a lifting session. Never skip a lifting session. Gotta stay motivated. Gotta stay dedicated, So 130 BRC, 135 push press is solid work. Most people are trying to get to that point with their shoulders. So we're not, this is 185 right now. We're gonna do this for 3 probably, I don't know. Whee! If you want to try BRC, I don't want to tell you. If it makes you happy, BRC. All right, we got rows. We got rows next, guys. Probably gonna do cables tonight, and then we'll move back to barbell tomorrow. So. See you, Pope. Asiata, you're not bringing it back. I promise you're not coming back from it. So. We do a full body 6 days a week, Donovan. So. Is David heading out? Did I miss his message? Oh, never mind. I see it now. All right. Right now I'm doing 6 day a week squat as well on top of my 6 day a week full upper body. So it tends to be that way, right? It's almost always the people that don't know what they're talking about that think they have all of the answers. When in reality, it's the other way around. So, and the problem with that is they also have a tendency to try and tell other people to do it their way because they know better, when that person may not even want the advice, let alone going to follow it in the first place. If I want to go back to benching 225, I'll let you know, Asiata. We've done them on stream, David. They're not bad at all. They're not bad at all. I know what video you're talking about, Moon. I know what video you're talking about. It's a pretty great video, actually. We don't do a lot of failure work. We only train to be winners here. We only train to be winners here. What's up, Sesame? We only train to be winners here. We don't train to be failures. Wake up, fight gravity, repeat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whee! Let's go. No, they're great. They're great rows. I'll say, honestly, is that right, AJ? Good Lord. All right, AJ, I don't think I'm convincing you of anything, and I'm not honestly trying to at this point. So, Asiata, you and your genetics have a great time. I hope you achieve all your goals. What was I going to say? I lost track of what I was going to say after seeing that message. Hold on. Threw me off. So honestly, my favorite row variation is one we don't do nearly as often. It's the T row. But do a kickflip. They give the wrong stream. There's no kickflips here. I don't even own a skateboard anymore. rows. So the only only back work I've ever done with the ropes, like as a serious item, is sled pulls. So doing sled drags with a rope. So. I haven't been to SeaWorld in a very long time, Mark. Very long time. We used to go every year when I was a kid. So. Always here, Chris, always. Bodybuilding and powerlifting are two very different sports, two very different training styles. Do some isolated work, yes. So, I'm glad you came back, Pops. Bodybuilding is a great sport. Bodybuilding is a great sport. They're two different goals, guys. They are. Aesthetic sports are great. There's nothing wrong with bodybuilding. It's an aesthetic sport. You will get strong with it. The thing about bodybuilding is you always have to be on your top of your game, especially if you're making a living with it. You have to be 100% all the time. Which makes it very difficult to maintain. Exactly. It's always the guys that are like, there's their very first boxing class or karate class, and now they're like, they're the next McGregor. I gotta hide all my 2x4s. I gotta hide all my 2x4s. I appreciate it, Darren. Appreciate it. All right, we're gonna do triceps next, guys. I don't know if that's a good take, Billy. I'm gonna be honest. I'll say karate is definitely not the first combat sport I would take up either. I think if I was given free access to any combat sport, right? Someone was like, you can pick any combat sport to be coached in, right? Karate would probably be one of the last that I would pick personally. So karate would not even be near the top of the list. So has anybody ever seen someone that does karate win any combat sport that wasn't karate? I don't think. Oh. Karate's great, like fitness, I guess. It's great fitness, and I would say that it definitely teaches great discipline, and it's better than nothing. But I am not a fan of karate. I am not a fan of karate as a combat item. Do they even advertise it as a combat thing? Isn't it supposed to be more like your discipline? People don't even, like, that's not even something people actually advertise as like, this is self-defense. I think that's just in the movies. I've never seen it be useful. If I was going to pick a combat sport, right, it'd be like boxing, Muay Thai, I guess. It's a cool one. It looks cool, at least. probably wrestling. Wrestling is almost always going to be your top. For everyday use, being good at wrestling is going to be usually your best bet. It's the most functional, I feel like. I don't plan on looking it up. It's not that important to me, to be honest. Yeah. If you're looking for like self-defense purposes, I personally wouldn't pick karate. Boxing, wrestling, I would say both top tier. Karate, I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's got, so it's like one of those things. Everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the face. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes all out the door. Wrestling, boxing, always going to be, in my opinion, top tier for self-defense. So. I can tell you right now, out of all of the things, so when I worked for the prison, when I was a prison guard, right, they had a lot of people that took self-defense and like combat-oriented things, right, to be better at their job if they had to defend themselves, right? And none of them were taking karate. None of them were taking karate. The majority of what we were taught was wrestling-esque. And then that's what most people went out and did. These are really easy, JPEG. I forgot you to hear, I'm gonna be honest, JPEG. That's how they get you, cowboy. They get into that stance, right? And as they're getting set up for their karate stance, you're laughing so hard you can't defend yourself. Oh, Lord. If you're doing it for other purposes, great. But if you're doing it for self-defense, I feel like there's so many better options. So many better options. Kickboxing looks like it's a ton of fun. Looks like a lot of cardio work, though. I train 6 days a week. I'll take a look. I can't during the stream, but I will definitely take a look. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Roach Dog Junior Smokey. So I appreciate it. I'm sure it's great. I'll take a look after the stream. Appreciate the support, and it adds to our push-up total for the night. Full body, 6 day a week. So is there any, so here, that's a good point. Wait, hold on. There's a good thing here, right? Kickboxing and karate are not the same thing. So is there any armed forces anywhere in the world that uses karate as like a training? As like a training thing? The range of motion is great, JPEG. I don't know what to say. I could do this from any angle, any range. I'm choosing my range of motion. Space Force. Space Force. There's a reason why 99% of karate gyms are specifically geared towards children, yes. They're about discipline more than anything. I cannot speak Spanish, no. Cannot speak Spanish. Like Google karate classes right now, you'll find one, but you're almost always gonna see like the first 10 results in your area are gonna be for people under the age of like 15. It's gonna be, teens at the latest, and children. It's a discipline sport. It's a discipline sport. I'm not saying it's not hard to learn. I'm just saying in a self-defense scenario, it's the last of the combat sports I would want to know. So. I am not a Marine, no. All right, let's what are we doing next? We've got deadlifts next. South Carolina. Yeah, deadlifts next. I'm doing just fine, JL. I'm not looking for any advice, I assure you. Appreciate it, though. In the Columbia area, Ryland, in the Columbia area. It was really light, JL. It was really light. Really light, actually. I'm doing okay, though. I appreciate the attempt. The elbows weren't clicking. It's the little plastic pieces at the bottom, JL. Little plastic pieces at the bottom. Because when you come out, and then they click together coming back up. But I appreciate your concern. My elbows are just fine. I'm going to go ahead and mute Billy because I feel like he needs to get back to karate class anyways. I'm aware of what I'm doing, JL. I'm aware. JL, what's your bench press? Usually Jay mutes him before I get to ask or get the answer to the bench press. I don't think Jay's here, so we're gonna get to ask this question a lot tonight. I don't think Jay's here right now. 225. Your PR. What's your PR, JL? What's your PR? I'm powerlifting here, JL. He's got NFL combine numbers of 225, but doesn't know his PR. It's a little suspect to me that you didn't know what PR meant, but you have NFL combine, like near NFL combine record numbers. NFL combine record, like close to the record. It's crazy. It's crazy. You've never PR'd. You've never PR'd, but you do 34 reps of 225. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, 3 plates is like a warm-up, JL. It's like warm-up weight. like a warm-up weight, JL. What's up, Yesh? I don't plan on flying them out. I've had a lot of other people I'd rather work out with them, I'll be honest. All right, let's grab this. Let me get a better angle for you guys, though. $185 by 3 is very respectable. Let's start. Yeah, 315 is solid work, JL, but we're doing a little bit more than that at a little bit less body weight. 365 is my current PR, JL, on the bench. And I set that originally at 175 pound body weight. I'm 180 right now at 5'11". So there's your stats. I'm doing okay, JL. Doing okay. I don't speak Spanish, sorry. All right, JL, that's fine. All right. From strict curling 240. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on. So your strict curl is like 30 pounds short of the world record is what I'm gathering. So he claims a near world record strict curl and almost the NFL combine record of 225 bench press. So let's break this down, all right? Where's any video of any of your, like, you have a single lifting video ever that you have posted? That's a lot to claim. 240 strict curl is literally 30 pounds short of the world record. £30 short of the world record. Do you have a single video to prove any of that? I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. All right. Ooh, we're gonna grab a double here. Throw a third plate on. JL, you're not winning here. You're not winning at the moment. I'm just gonna let you know that. I wish you the best in all of your endeavors, but you're not gonna win in this comment or in this chat. The NFL combine record is like 50 or something. Ugh. That's solid, Moby. That's solid. You have a wrist sprain, then be careful. Be careful. I never claimed you couldn't. I'm saying you're claiming one that's like very just short of a world record on curl to match up with an NFL combine record, almost be NFL, like that's a high NFL combine number. Like if you were to compete, you'd be like you'd be considered like the top 0.01% of all lifters. Do you have a single thing to back it up, like video wise, is what I'm asking. Do you have a video to back it up? That would be the question. I'm waiting for your, because no one doing that consistently doesn't have a video of at least one lift. Yeah, I'm gonna call BS on it. So I'm gonna call BS on JL. Very much BS, because he's like, oh, it's not that impressive to curl world record strict curls and do 225 for, you know, what most people that are professional linemen don't bench that so for 34 reps. I'm pretty sure there was a couple world's strongest men that did like 40 or 50 reps total. There was like they do like 40-ish reps of 225. So you're claiming like to be the peak of fitness, peak of strength fitness, right? But with no proof, zero proof. Like you're talking about levels that would have put you in competition with any lifter ever. You would have at least been in the picture of being good at pretty much any strength sport. Being like competitive level, any level in strength sport. But I don't know. You know, that's just me. Yeah, he's full of it. I'm gonna remove JL. He's full of it. That's crazy work. No, David, but people that are nearly setting world records don't typically not record near world record weight, David. David, even you would break out a camera with a 240 strict curl, okay? A 240-pound strict curl, someone's catching that on video. You may not even have to record it. Someone is. That's okay, David. That's okay. We're going to squat to make up for it tonight, David. Yeah, you don't even have to record yourself at that point. Someone else is recording you. As soon as you mount up 240 on a curl, as soon as you curl 240, someone else is across the gym like this, getting you on camera. Like it's happening, whether you want it or not. Strict curl, mind you, strict curl. He claimed it was a strict curl. All right. Nice. 175 for 7 is solid work. All right, we're going to add some more weight to the deadlift, guys. If you're going to come in here and claim these super heavy lifts, you got to have evidence. And to be fair, I didn't dispute his bench at first. I didn't dispute anything until he said 240 straight curl. So I gave him the bench. I was like, okay, I could see that being possible, right? That is very possible on the bench press number, right? 225 for whatever, 30 something reps. I was like, that's possible, right? And then he said 240 strict curl. And I was like, that's it right there. That's it. The record is 270, yeah. The record is 270. So it's within 30 pounds of the strict curl world record. That'd be like going and benching. What would the number be? Like 650 pounds right now, or what? 750 pounds right now. Like if I was benching 750, right? I'd be recording it. That's a similar ratio. Yeah. He was full of crap. It's all right. I was nice. I said, okay, I'll give him the bench press, right? I'll give him the bench press because I try and give everybody benefit of the doubt. But as soon as he said the straight curl, I was like, all right, that's who we've got in here tonight. I would reckon that a 240 straight curl would give even Eddie Hall a run for his money. He'd probably get it, but it would give him a run for his money. All right. Mostly because he probably doesn't do a lot of straight curls, to be fair. So, yeah. Well, don't forget, he was, what was he? He was 140 pounds or something. So he's straight curling like over double his body weight. I think he said 140. Someone said he said 140, and someone said he said 220. I'll tell you what, double body weight straight curl, that's another level, all right? That's another level. Ugh, that's crazy work. Crazy work. All right, let's add some more weight. All right, guys, hear me out. So, all right, what do you guys think? Let me show you. It's easier to show than explain. It was 405. Yeah, that's easy work. I don't have deadlift chains, right? But I do have a dip belt. Hear me out, right? Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking, right? Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Yeshua, you still here? So this was Yeshua's idea. He gave me this idea just so you guys know who did it. I need a plate. All right, this is Yeshua's idea. We'll start with a 25. We'll work up. I don't know how this is gonna go. Honestly, I have no idea how this is going to go. It was Yeshua's idea. To be fair. So, he said yup. You guys see the yup in the chat, right? He said yup. You're leaving right at the best part, Pops, or the second best part from the bench. What's up, Trey? This was your idea, yes? You said yup. Well, I'm big braining right now, David. You'll understand it, I think, in a second. I'm big braining right now, David. So just bear with me. You'll understand, hopefully, in a second. All right, so hear me out. So I don't have deadlift chains, right? But I don't have bench chains to put for deadlift. But this will touch the ground when I'm at the bottom, right? So it's like having bench chains, all right? We're getting there, Toad. We're getting there. Frogs are better, but toads are cool, I guess. All right. Yeshua actually gave me this game plan earlier today when I was talking to him. Let's grab it. It doesn't touch the ground. I thought it would. Yeah. Does that count? Does that count as a? Does that count with the weight? Does that count? Can I add that? It worked though. Is it silly if it works? David, it worked, but it worked. This is going on your program, yes. This is going on your program. All right, we need more weight though. All right, let's grab a 45. Let's grab a 45. Like I said, Yeshua, and Yesh can attest to what I'm about to say. I test all of the movements my clients do before they do them, right? I test all of the movements first, personally, to make sure that they are A-okay. I don't have a 50-pound weight. I mean, a dumbbell. I don't have a 50-pound plate, though. I've got a 45. They come in 45s. They come in 45s. I don't have a 90-pound plate either. So the issue, legitimately, Christopher Hawley, is going to be how long until this doesn't fit next to the bar. So that's why I'm grabbing my smaller 45. This is like the ones we usually use for the dips. So, all right, Yash, I'll let you know how this goes since it was your idea and all. You and David specifically. Did it feel light? Actually, a little bit, David. It did actually feel lighter than a 430 pull. That being said, I don't know if it felt that much lighter. You said yup, Yeshua. You said yup. A 5x5 is good for beginners typically, yes. Someone clip the yup from Yeshua if you can. Someone clip that for me. I need that. I'm going to use that for so many things, that yup. But out of context, Yeshua, which is how I'm choosing to use it, which is how I'm choosing to use the information. What is this? This is 450. 450, guys. 450. Let's go. Yeah! Yeah! Woo-wee! Let's go! We're having a great time. That's what we're doing here. I learned that in karate class. That was good. I liked that one. I thought that was a funny joke. Oh, Lord. We're a natural, Joe. Smell. I do think I'm funny. I think I'm pretty funny. All right, what are we doing next? I'm 30 years old. 30 years old. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's go back to traditional deadlifting for a second, guys. Let's go back to traditional deadlifting for a second. Let's throw some weight on the bar. You know, it didn't feel that heavy, I'm gonna be honest. It didn't feel that heavy. All right, let's throw the plates on, guys. Let's throw the plates on. Here we go. We're gonna go for it. I might be spent. Who knows? I might be spent. I don't know how we're about to feel. I like the bar. I like those bars. That one thing about it, right, is your distance from the ground is different. So just remember that that's going to be a difference in your traditional deadlifts in that bar specifically. So, but I've used them in programming. I usually use them to get people used to a deadlifting motion before we start traditional deadlifts. So. All right, one more. We're gonna go for a PR and deadlift tonight. We go for a PR and deadlift tonight. A deadlift PR tonight is what we're about to shoot for. Because why not? Because why not? 495 is what we have on here. 495 is what we have on here. Give me 1 second. I don't have any chalk. I don't have any wraps. No chalk, no wraps. No chalk, no wraps. All right, let's go for it. What's the worst that happens? Really? Really, what's the worst that happens? This is David's curl warm-up, to be fair. This is David's curl warm-up, to be fair. So. No, I'm going to be okay, Key. No, we're not getting a PR tonight. I might have spent it on playing around, guys. I might have messed up by playing around with the other stuff. That felt not terrible. It'll come off the ground, but maybe we'll come back to it in a few minutes. Maybe I need more rest. I think I spent it. I spent a lot of energy playing around with the weight belt. I probably shouldn't have. I do what I want. That's 495, Gio. That's awful. I probably shouldn't have spent all that energy playing with the weight belt. But it was fun though. It'll make for a great clip tomorrow. That's sad. It'll move though. It'll move. We're gonna deadlift again day after tomorrow. It's not optimal. Look, that weight belt was optimal. All right. It was optimal. My energy's been terrible tonight as it is. I didn't expect to hit a PR and deadlift tonight, to be fair. But David, we did deadlift the first movement. I think that's the last time we hit a PR, David, on deadlift. We did it as like it was like the third movement, David. Maybe I'll do that again. Maybe I'll do that again. Oh, BRC's back. BRC's back. He was angry yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So I did that foot position for a reason, but BRC's an angry troll as well. I don't know how he's still in the chat. I thought I removed him permanently, but I guess not. I probably put him in like a temporary timeout. Dynamic duo. All right, we've still got a squat tonight, guys. So let's not shoot for another deadlift. We hit technically, I think 455 tonight, if we count the weight belt. But BRC is angry. Our current PR on the deadlift is 490. Fresh, we definitely have 495, probably even 500. David is correct. I should try it fresh one of these days before we go to comp again. But we hit 480, was it 475 or 480 in comp a couple months ago, which was solid. So, me, Kent, me in particular. My current deadlift is 490. 490. My current deadlift is 490 PR. We're gonna shoot for it the day after tomorrow, probably. So, no, there's no such thing as sabotaging me. Even when we have slow weeks, even months where PRs don't come as regularly, we just keep pressing, and eventually they move again. You break those plateaus, you break those little those numbers that are fighting you, and you move on. And you move on. Everybody has points where they're gonna have like a week or two that the numbers don't move quite as well. Mine, I'm chalking it up to low energy levels. It's not always that, but right now that is the case. So that is the case at the moment. Okay, let's get set up here. We got squats. Ugh. I don't know why. I think it's a YouTube thing is why it looks wide and zoomed in right now. I've seen Anatoly's content. 130 at the moment here. I've seen Anatoly's content. It's gotten a little repetitious for me. A little bit too repetitious for me, his content. I get it. It's his thing, and I appreciate what he's doing. He's a strong dude. Just not the content I'm looking to consume at the moment. All right. We don't need sleep. I sleep fine. It's a busy week. I get sleep, don't worry. All right, squat time. Ugh. Boom, right there. That should do it. That should do it. So my sleep has not been as good recently. My sleep has not been as good recently, but that's because I've been very busy. I've been getting about 6 to 7 hours recently, so appreciate it, Jim. I've been getting about 6 hours recently, which is not what I normally get. So I expected this last couple weeks to be kind of rough, but nothing's gone backwards, which means we're doing fine. And with proper sleep, we'll have some solid PRs. All right, let's grab this. Let's get warmed up, guys. Let's get warmed up. Let's grab these squats. All right, let's go. Hold on. Oh, Lordy Lord. Oh, I'm having fun. Ugh. What's up? Oh, that's great. Yeah. 5'11". Oh, we're not going for PR without a spotter on squat. Maybe we can attempt fun stuff like that on deadlift with no spotter, obviously. But in training, your butt touching the ground is not necessarily always going to be ideal. So it's not working, Mopey. I'm sorry. It's not working. I know what you're attempting. We're doing good, David. Doing good. I'm feeling great. I got a whole 6 hours of sleep, approximately. Yep. It's conditioning. It's conditioning. This is my third squat session this week as well. So third squat session this week. Third squat session. I will say squats are the one thing I didn't do 6 days a week other than deadlifts. So, you know. We're going to do six a week, Mopi, just like everything else. Just like everything else. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. Oh, we go 6 days a week, 6 days a week, T. Without missing. Appreciate it. All right, we're gonna do a single here. I don't know what stance we're gonna do yet. We'll find out. I've done 6 days for like 3 or 4 years. 6 days a week for like 3 or 4 years now. I used to take weekends off. I used to take Saturdays and Sundays. I don't take Saturdays and Sundays anymore. And then I took a Saturday, Sunday once every 3 months at one point. And then I stopped taking Saturdays altogether, and now it's just Sundays. So I find it ideal. I find it ideal. I'll take it as a compliment, David. I'll take it as a compliment. Like currently surrounded by powerlifters, David, like at all times? Ugh. All right, we got 315. We're gonna hit this real quick, and then we'll talk about what we're doing from there, guys. Give me some rest and recovery here for a second. All right. Yeah, let's go. What do I think about when I lift? Don't die, don't die, don't die. Probably Big O. It's been a long time since I PR'd squat, I'm gonna be honest. You guys know that. I don't do PR squats very often. I don't have a spotter normally, so. But it'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. We're gonna knock this back down to 225. Maybe we'll do 250. We'll do 250 and just do a couple reps. 385 is the most I've ever squatted, and depth was questionable. So, depth is questionable. I need some. Let's see, 225. 235. $250. We'll do this for like a triple. No, you don't include your body weight, no. Yeah, this is our third squat session. Third squat session. What's up, Waffle? Yeah, third squat session of the week. We'll have 6 of them this week. So we just deadlifted as well. I would hope I would at least know that much, T. I am a certified trainer. Certified trainer. I have multiple certifications, several certifications. Certified trainer. I have a nutrition certification, and I actually, believe it or not, guys, I know a lot of you that have been here a long time know this. I have a legitimate, 100% legitimate, because this is gonna sound crazy. I have a glute certification. I am certified in butts. I have a glute specialist. I'm a glute specialist. Fully certified glute specialist. Fully certified glute specialist. All right, we've got this on the rack, 250. We're gonna grab it, and then we're gonna grab it for 3 probably, and then that'll be our drop set for the night. Let's get it moving. Let's get it moving, because we still got to do rear delt flies, because I haven't done those yet. I did this first, so I could save the energy. And then we've got push-ups to do. We had a super chat goal push-ups, but we're not going to end up doing a lot of push-ups tonight, it seems. We're doing like 9. We'll have to make them fun. I don't know. All right, let's grab it. All right, last set of squats for the night. Just a quick 3-piece to finish off the squats for tonight. We're gonna have a day where we do a couple sets of 7. We did 2 sets of 7 yesterday, 1 up, 1 down. But we'll probably do another night like that where we have a little more volume on the squat. But we'll see. Want to keep the volume low for the 6th day. Yep. Threw in a few calf raises. Ooh, all right. Yeah. So that is everything but our rear delts. We're about to do some rear delt flies with the dumbbell, and then we'll grab those push-ups from the push-up challenge. Might have to turn them into clap push-ups to make them fun, or like 1-arm push-ups. 9 is just not enough to be difficult. All right. So rear delts, let's grab those, and then we're almost done for the night at that point. Almost done for the night. Weighted vest, that's too easy, T. That's too easy. It's too easy. I've done push-ups with 5 plates on my back. Weighted vest just doesn't cut it. They don't make vests that heavy. At least not that I've ever seen. 2 weighted vests. All right, we got rear delts, so we're gonna start with 55. 511. 9 squats at 275. I have to squat like 3 more times this week. There's a reason I'm keeping the volume where I'm keeping it. All right, conditioning, guys. think my son's 5'6". He's probably 5'6" right now. Not like here. Yes, squatting 3 more times. We're squatting 6 days a week. Next question is why, and it's because we can. I am all of 5'11". I am 5'11". It's even on my license. I would show you guys my license, but I'm not going to show you guys my license. You don't need it. Any of you having any of my personal information. So, all right. Yeah, so what David said, built different, right? So at this point, so I can understand the confusion behind it. Don't get me wrong. But I think I've established over the last, what has it been, 4 months of streaming? 4 months of streaming that I'm very capable of maintaining my programming at 6 days a week and progressing at 6 days a week. So we're not curling right now. We're doing rear delts. Rear delt fly. Oh, we are getting bigger, yes. We're lean bulking, clean bulk. Whee! Let's go. What's up, keep it real? Whoo-wee. All right, we got one more set here. I'm gonna grab the hundreds. Grab the hundreds. All right. What? Why are you asking David, BRC, how tall I am? All right, let's grab it. Whew. All right, one more set. Ugh. According to ChatGPT knows everything. Rear delt fly. Yeah. As inflammatory rumors, I am solid 5'11". Solid 5'11". Inflammatory rumors. My wife is taller than 5'6". My wife is 5'10". And I'm taller than my wife. She's 5'9", 5'10". She claims 5'9". Because it can be. That's what happens. Chili, that's what happens. This is my state championship shirt. I'm not going to get rid of my state championship shirt. Bulk is bulking, David. There it is. All right. All right, one more set on the left side this time. Well, I don't have the option to get another state championship shirt, so I'm going to continue to wear the state. A nice medium is always a good thing. A nice medium is always a good thing. I'm sorry you have so many strong opinions about my clothing choices. It's 1:55 in the morning, and you're on stream trying to pick other people's clothing out for them. It's kind of an interesting way to start your day. All right, let's grab it. It wasn't working, T. I'm just going to let you know. It was a good attempt, though. It was a good attempt. All right, we got push-ups to do, guys. Push-ups is all we got left. One size smaller. I'm going to go extra small on the next one, T. Lord, it's crazy. God, this thing's shaking today. There we go. I need to get a new tripod, guys. If you ever wondered what your super chats are going towards, they're equipment. Equipment is the main goal right now. Cameras, tripods, microphones. That's what I'm investing in. I assure you that's what I'm investing in. I'm working on a camera right now, actually. Figuring out which one I want. All right. There we go. Get an extra small. All right. We've got push-ups. So the super chat goal tonight, didn't do a ton of super chats. I didn't mention it much. I should have. I didn't. I forgot all about it as far as like mentioning it. But we're doing push-ups. We got 9 of them, which is super easy. So what we're going to do, since I neglectfully didn't mention it for like the entire stream, other than the very beginning, I'm going to add some level of difficulty to it. What can we do? Let me think. Give me just like a couple of thinking moments here. Give me a couple of thinking moments here. We could add weight, but that's easy, right? We could add weight, but that's easy. What would be difficult, guys? What would be difficult? Nothing sounds difficult. That's my problem right now. No push-up sounds that extraordinarily difficult. See, you're failing at your own thing. Remember, you said no more tonight, right? No more, and you're trying again. It's not working, but you're trying again. What is a difficult push-up? What qualifies as difficult now at this point? We can do it on a kettlebell. You guys want to do it on a kettlebell? 9 sets for 20. That's not difficult either, Big O. We're definitely not doing whatever that is. We're not shattering any butt cheeks. All right. I've got an idea. We're gonna use a kettlebell, guys. We're gonna use a kettle. We're gonna use a kettlebell. That's the obvious answer, is a kettlebell, right? Have we ever used a kettlebell on this channel? Like for anything? Have you ever used a kettlebell for anything on this channel? All right. We're going to use a kettlebell. We're going to attempt to use a kettlebell. It's been a while since I've done kettlebell push-ups. Since we've done kettlebell push-ups. All right, calisthenics time shirt's coming off, guys. I'm sweating a storm. That was your warning. Oh, hold on. It is a schmedium, so I need a little bit of leverage to get the shirt off. It is a schmedium, so we needed a little bit of leverage to get the shirt off. All right, let's get it in. All right, trying to remember how to do these. Those are a lot harder than they look. God, hard on the wrists. Wee. We did 9 with the kettlebell. Ooh, I just do on the one arm. It's just not that hard. They've gotten too easy over time. Ooh. The kettlebell's a wrist stability thing. That was the necklace hitting the ground. This is the necklace hitting the ground. Ooh. All right, guys. We'll do some claps. No, we'll do explosive. You guys remember the explosive ones? We've done these once or twice. You're gonna have to try harder, T. You're gonna have to try harder to troll here, T. Yeah. What's up? Ooh. In a day, thousands. 5,000 probably in a day. Like if I get the whole day, probably more. We've done 2,000 on stream before. We've done 2,000 on stream. Oh. Ooh-wee. But I think that's the day, guys. I think we're done for the day. I think we're done for the day. Don't need health insurance, T. Don't need health insurance. All right, guys. Well, I am done for the day. It is time for me to go get some rest. So, but we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. 11 o'clock. We're gonna probably go for a 370 bench PR again tomorrow. As long as we have a spotter. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. 11 o'clock. Just catching my breath. All right, y'all have a good one.